welcome back. And if you are new here, welcome. So today's video, I want to do my declutter because I have so much stuff that either has gone bad because I've had it for so long, or stuff that I'm just not reaching for, not using. It is a bunch of makeup, I think some nail products. So if this interests you and you want to see it, then stick around. Okay, so in no random order, I have this bin here filled with stuff. I don't even remember what half the stuff is because for a while I've been gathering stuff. I have a very hard time getting rid of stuff. If I bought it, I want to use it. I paid for it. I want to get my money's worth. But these things are just things that have just been sitting there, and it's just either old or time to go, guys. So the first thing is this Pearl Essence Aloe and Rose Water Tonic Water. It's just basically like a face spray. For me, I stopped reaching for this. I did like it at first, but like the more I would spray it, the rose smell for me was just way too strong, and it would like give me like an instant headache. So I stopped reaching for it. So we're just going to say goodbye to this guy. The next thing I see in here is, I don't even know what this is. The La Roche-Posay Ultralight Sunscreen Fluid. It's still in the box and it's never been opened. This is what it looks like. Obviously it's in the box. I've never used it. I've never grabbed for it, so we're just gonna get rid of it. The next thing in here is from Physicians Formula. This is the Rose All Day Oil-Free Serum. One, it smells like roses. If you like the rose smell, you would really enjoy this and really, really, really like this. But for me, the rose smell, and this is what it looks like, was too much. And it has, like, let's see if we could get, can you see how it has like a shimmer to it? So if you want to put your makeup on, it gives you like that little glowy natural look. Like this is something you don't even have to use with like any of your makeup. If you just want that natural glow look, I mean, this would be perfect for you. But for me, if I'm putting on my makeup, I don't want it to be like so shimmery and shiny. I just don't care for it too much. Like every once in a while, maybe, but no. But this just had too much of that rose scent, and I just couldn't do it. Like so many brands were coming out with rose this, rose that, rose this, rose that. And if done right, and it doesn't have that overpowering rose smell, it's nice. But when it has that, like I just sniffed a giant bouquet of roses, it's way too much personally just for me. But if you like the rose smell, that's great, you know. Also, before I forget, because this does happen, and I just want to let you guys know, this is a declutter. This is a lot of stuff in here is stuff that is just on the older side that I just don't reach for, or some expired stuff. Please, please do not leave me a comment asking me to send you my old stuff. It is very unsanitary. I will not send anyone any of my used or old products. It's just not sanitary. So, let's continue. The next thing I have in here is a Milani Conceal and Perfect 2-in-1 foundation. I did like using this because it had the pump. It lasted a really, really long time, but I don't even think you guys could see because it is a darker bottle. I didn't use a lot of it. Like I used maybe up to here, but then I just stopped reaching for it, and it's on the old side, so it's time to skedaddle that. The next thing I have in here is the Becca Aqua Luminous Perfecting Foundation. As you can see, and this is, I've fairly recently, in the last, I want to say 6 months, have bought this. But if you guys can see right here, it's all like oil, like pure oil in it. And when you shake it up and you spritz it out, it stays that oil consistency that you cannot get rid of. Like, I don't know if you guys can see it when it's dropping out, how oily it looks. So I don't want to keep it. I'm not going to use it, and it's just, it has that oil, and I'm sure it's not going to do any good for like pores, and it's probably going to break me out, so it's better to just get rid of that. The next thing I have is another foundation, and you guys, it takes a lot for me to go through my foundation drawer because I've said it before, I'm a foundation junkie, and I just have this obsession with foundation that I want to try them all. I want to find the best of the best, and I just continue to buy foundations, and sometimes I like certain ones and I'll continue to use them. Sometimes I won't even reach for something if I don't like it. So I emptied my foundation drawer, and there's like still a ton in there, still a ton. But the next one is the L'Oreal True Match, and this is in the shade Natural. This was okay. I did use, like, I don't know if you guys could see inside of it, I did use a decent amount of this for a while, but then again, I stopped reaching for it, and it is like really on the fairly old side. I want to say this is like a year and a half old. It's just time, if I'm not reaching for it, to just get rid of it. The next couple of things I see here on top are 4 lipsticks from ColourPop. These are the ultra metallic lipsticks, and I just never ever reach for them, and I don't like the formula of these. I mean, I love everything ColourPop, but there are things that I get from ColourPop that I just don't like. And these happen to be some, and they've just been sitting there, and it's time to just get rid of it. Like, this one is in the shade DM. I don't like the formula. I don't like the metallic to it. Like, this is what it looks like. The next one is, actually, this one is LAX. This isn't even a matte shade. This one I just stopped reaching for because, look, it's goopy. Can you see how goopy it is? Also, I don't like this formula. This is one of the way back beginning shades that they had come out with, and this one is extremely drying on the lips, and it just basically like leaves your lips feeling like sandpaper. So I'm just gonna get rid of that one. This one is another ultra metallic, and this is in Zebra. These ultra metallics, they also are on the fairly old side. I mean, nobody really throws lipstick out, you know, can't really go too bad too quick, but I'm never going to reach for these, so it's just a sin to keep them. This is also 3-way, and this is also another metallic shade. Let's swatch this one right here. And this, again, see, it's like getting on the goopy end. And just the metallic shades, I just don't know. I don't reach for them. I don't really care for them too much. The next thing I have is this Dream Mousse from Maybelline, and this is in the shade Honey Beige. I'm decluttering this because it's just too dark for me. I don't even think I got like a full application on because I was like, this is just not gonna work. Like, if you look, because you obviously can't shade match when you're in the store because it's all sealed, it looks like, oh wow, you know what? That's going to be, I think, a good match. And then you get home, and this is what it looks like. So, for that reason, I am just going to toss it because I'm never going to use it because it's too dark. I don't even think that this is going to match me in the summer. I think in the summer it might end up being too light, so I'm not going to keep that. I have another 2 of the L'Oreal True Match Loomies, and this one is in the shade W4 and W3. I did like these. I did use them for a while, but I stopped reaching for them, and they're old, so it's just time to move along from them. I have another one of those True Matches because, you know, like when you go into your drugstore, whether it be Rite Aid, Walgreens, Walmart, wherever you go, sometimes they have the sales like buy one, get one 50% off, buy one, get one free. So you pick up two to get the deal. But this one, I don't even think I opened this one all the way. Like I know I took the top off of it, you know, the cap and everything, but you could see just how liquidy and yucky it is. So we're gonna move past that one. I have in here two of the LA Girl Pro Coverage HD Longwear Illuminating Foundations, and this one is in 44 Neutral, and this is in 47 Warm Beige. Most of the time when I buy foundations, I buy a lighter shade and then usually the next shade up, because sometimes the next shade up is a better match, but if it's going to oxidize, it's not going to be a good match. So I buy one lighter, one darker to always see if I can't stand there and do a swatch and see, you know, what the deal is. So these two, honestly, I like a lot of stuff from LA Girl. Like I love their brow products, but this foundation for me was just a big no. It just didn't sit right. It didn't look right. It did oxidize. This one, the 47, did get a little darker. For some odd reason, the 44, the little bit of a lighter shade, over time, it started to look like pink. And I didn't understand like what was going on, why my face was looking pink. I tried mixing the two together to prevent them from happening, and it just looked really horrible as the day went on. I stopped reaching for them, so I'm going to get rid of them. I have, I think, two more foundations. I tell you, I went through my foundation drawers, guys. This one is the Maybelline Superstay Better Skin Foundation, and this is in the shade 30 Warm Nude. As you can see, I did use a lot of it, but again, it became a product that I stopped reaching for, and I noticed that it was getting like that oil consistency like the other ones, so it's just time to say goodbye to that one. This one is the Rimmel Lasting Finish 25-Hour Breathable Longwear Foundation, and I had got it in the shade 203 True Beige. I love a lot of stuff from Rimmel. They make a lot of good eyeliners, a lot of good lip products. This foundation for me, it was just a big no. Like, I love that it has this big applicator on it, but for me, it was very liquidy, first of all, and it just like, it slipped all over the face. No matter if you set it, you didn't set it, it just throughout the day started to look really, really bad. Like immediately when I put it on, I wanted to leave it and give it like a fair shot to see what was going to happen, and just, no, it was a fail for me, so I'm just going to get rid of that. I do have this sample, I think it's a sample, of the Clinique Workout Makeup Broad Spectrum. I never used this. I went to use it, however, and look, it's just like water pouring out. Can you guys see that? It's just like water pouring out, and it was just like, I'm not going to put this on my face. And why is it so liquidy? You couldn't really get a good application from something that's that liquidy. So I'm just going to get rid of that. Next thing I have is a Becca Perfecting Skin Foundation. And this one I didn't even use. This one was just way too dark for me. I think I picked it up in TJ Maxx. This is in the shade, I want to say Tobacco. It's in the shade Tobacco. It's just way too dark for me. And then when you put it on, it kind of like looks orangey. So I'm just going to get rid of it. I'm never going to use it. No use in keeping it. I also have the Pore Professional Pore Minimizing Makeup. This is the foundation from Benefit. So you basically pop this off and then you press back here for it to come out. Like you shake it up as it just went every freaking where. Good Lord. Anyway, now that it's everywhere, I didn't like it. This was very gimmicky. For me, this was very, very gimmicky and a big giant fail. And I have foundation all over the place. It's all over my desk here. It's all over my arms, all over my shirt, down my shirt. It's everywhere. But for me, this was just very gimmicky, and I bought into it and was like, oh, you know, I'm a foundation junkie. I've got to try this. I've got to see what the hype is about this. And whoever was putting videos out saying that this was a good product, they clearly need to rethink their lies. Just say, just putting that out there. Not pointing any one person out, but clearly not everybody on the internet is honest. And I will always be honest with you guys, whether I think a product is worth it or whether I think it's a piece of shit. So the next thing I have in here is this brow product from Chloe. It's just, I never reached for it. It was just sitting in the drawer. I don't even think it is my shade, so I'm gonna get rid of that. I also found another one of the ColourPop metallics, and this is in Mugshot. And again, let's swatch it right here. That's Mugshot. The metallics, like I said before, I didn't like the feel of them. Your lips get so dry. They tug, they pull. They feel like you've been in a desert. And I just don't like metallic lips. That's just my opinion. The next thing I have in here is a eyeliner from Too Faced, and this is their Perfect Black. I don't know what the name of it is, but I can't even sharpen it. Every time I sharpened it, it would break. Sharpen it, it would break. So I never really actually got a fair chance to use it and say whether it was a good product or it wasn't a good product, but I was just over sharpening it and it breaking. So we're just gonna get rid of this. The next one I have in here is from Clinique, and this is Pretty Easy Liquid Foundation. And this one doesn't dry down. This is one of the products that if you're going to put it on, you have to wait and look down and not move, not even blink, because blinking will cause it to bleed and go all over the place. And I don't want to deal with that. The next thing is from Rimmel London, and this is from their Scandalous Eyes. And this is just a like white kind of silvery shadow. I just obviously used it a whole bunch. I did enjoy using it, but I don't reach for it anymore, so we're going to get rid of that. The next thing in here is the e.l.f. Mineral Eyeshadow Primer. This is actually really like dried out and yucky, but their eyeshadow primers I don't care for. I feel like they're not tacky enough and they're too greasy. So I just stopped reaching for it. It dried out, and we're going to just move past that. The next thing in here is a Everlasting liner from Kat Von D in the shade Poe, and it is broken. I don't know how it broke, when it broke, why it broke, but no sense in keeping it if it's broke. I have in here a eyebrow pencil from Rimmel. I don't even remember using it. It still looks like fresh. And that's the shade right there. Obviously, it doesn't really match too well. That's probably why I never reached for it, but we're going to get rid of that. I have two eyeliners from Physicians Formula, and this one is in the shade Green Eyes, and it's very deceiving because the name is Green Eyes, but the package is purple. But when you try to use it, it's so dry that you don't even get anything out of the product. It's just completely dry, and there's no use in struggling when nothing's coming out. And this one also is the same consistency, where if you look, you've got to really push for it to come, and it's like dry, so drying and horrible. The next thing I'm getting rid of is a Stila Stay All Day Waterproof Eyeliner, and this is in the shade Turquoise. This one was, I mean, I did enjoy using it, but as you can see, it's getting very dry, so it's time to get rid of it. I hate using eyeliners as they start to get at the end and they're drying, and you have to struggle with them to get on your eye. And there's always that one chance, especially like with a turquoise color, that you're gonna run out, and then how do you do the next eye? So once I start seeing them drying down and not performing like they usually do, I just toss them and get rid of them. But it was getting dry. I stopped using it, so it's just time to say goodbye to that. Next thing I have in here is a brow product. We've got this in BoxyCharm, and this is Billion Dollar Brow. I hate when BoxyCharm sends us brow products because this is it right here. It's a really dark brown, and it's supposed to be universal, but I don't know who they think this universal shade is going to match. If I put this brown on my eyes, on my eyebrows, guys, it's going to look ridiculous. So it's the one thing I wish that BoxyCharm would stop sending is brow products, unless it's going to be specific to the person, like they started doing with the bronzer palettes that they were sending out. It was specific to the person's shade. They should only do that with brow products as well, because not everybody can use the universal ones, because I've gotten ones that have had like red undertones. That one clearly is too brown, so can't use it. So it's kind of like a waste. The next thing that I am getting rid of is the Too Faced Size Queen Mascara. This was okay. I did stop reaching for it. The only reason why I stopped reaching for it is look at how ginormous this is. Like, this thing, look, it fits my whole eye. Now, it would be nice if it would fit my whole eye in one swoop, but I almost lost an eye so many times because of this applicator. It's just too big. The formula itself for the mascara is amazing. I really like it. I just wish they would come out with it with a smaller wand. This wand is just too ginormous, and I'm not going to risk poking an eye out. The next thing that I am going to declutter is this lip liner from Jessie's Girl, and this is another one that was just so, it's a very pretty color, but it's so, look at how you have to push. It's so drying, and I can't. I hate when stuff is dry. The next thing that I am decluttering is this eyeliner from Jeto Blue. This probably came in a BoxyCharm. And this is the shade right here. I do not like pencil eyeliners when they're in the true pencil form. You know, sometimes you get the pencil ones that have the soft product. But this one, you okay? But this one, it tugs, it pulls. And then once you start sharpening it, you get like the little pieces of wood sometimes that you don't see. that like poke you in the face. Nope, nope, nope. Just don't like it. The next thing that I am going to declutter is this eyeliner from Galactic. I've had this for a while. I did really enjoy using it somehow along the lines because I always am repurchasing and buying new things and trying new things that I stopped reaching for it, and it kind of started to just dry out, and I just, like, it is very dark and black, but it's not as black as it once was, and I just don't reach for it anymore, so I'm just not going to keep it. I have another one of those Physicians formulas, and this one is, again, one that you have to really dig into your skin and try and get some kind of product to come out. Look, not a lot of products comes out. Not going to keep it. Don't want it. Goodbye. The next thing I am going to declutter, just because it's on the old side. I did really like using this. This was the CoverGirl Star Wars mascara. I did really like this. I will be 100% honest. This made my lashes look so nice. I love the tiny applicator, and you could see that it's dry. I really enjoyed using it, but it's just not good, so I'm just not going to keep it. Again, we have this tattoo eraser from Kat Von D. I've never used it. I picked it up. I don't know why. It's just been sitting there, so if I'm not going to use it, we're going to get rid of it. The next thing is from Bella Pierre, and this is the, what is this? Gel eyeliner, and this is the shade. As you can see, I use it a couple of times, but then I just don't reach for it. It, again, is another one of those products, it's right here, that's very dry and tuggy, and I ain't got time for that. Again, another brow product from BoxyCharm. This is the It Cosmetics Brow Power, and this is supposed to be, it has a spoolie. It's supposed to be another universal brow product. I did not like this for many reasons. As you can see, I'm over here pushing, just to get a little bit of product out. I did try this. Obviously, it doesn't match. Here's the shade. This is a really deep brown, almost with some red in it. Doesn't match at all. But to have to push and push, no. A brow product, you should not have to, like, dig your eyebrow to get product out of. So, bye. The next thing that I am decluttering is a eyeliner from Vintage by Jessica, and I'm not going to say her last name, because I'm going to butcher it. But again, it is just another pencil liner that I don't like pencil liners. The next thing is from Flower Beauty, and this is another eyeliner, and this is On Your Mark eyeliner. And as you can see, you have to really push, and I don't like the tip. If you see the tip, look at how bendy it is. It's way too bendy, and for that I just used it once and never went back, because the tip was just like way too bendy, and you can't get the product on the right way, and the tip is all over the place. No. The next thing I am decluttering is from CoverGirl, and this is it's like a 2-in-1, step 1, step 2. So this is just a white shade of eyeshadow. And then you have this side, which is broke and is the black side. I've used this a couple of times, but again, it's on the very old side, and it's just been sitting there, so we're going to just say goodbye to that. I have another eyeliner from J'étais Bleu, and this one, as you can see, is not touched at all. I've never used it. Like I said before, I just don't like pencil eyeliners. The next one is from IBY Beauty, and this is in deep red. Do not like pencil eyeliners. This is from e.l.f. and this is the liquid liner, and this is in the shade, I don't know. It's in a shade. It's some shade. It's a color. But I've had this one forever, and I just don't find myself ever reaching for it. And it's just get rid of it. I have this MDM Flow Greater Than mascara. I did use this a whole bunch. I did like it. It did start to dry down, and I just stopped reaching for it, so I'm going to declutter it. Another Flower eyeliner. Again, it has that flimsy, you know, tip where, look, you can see how bendy it is. I can't work with bendy stuff like that, so I'm just going to get rid of it. Also found another LA Girl foundation that just gonna declutter it. Spoke about it before. Let's just move on. Have you guys decluttered anything? Have you guys been getting rid of stuff? This is like kind of like my spring cleaning going on here. Tell me what you guys have decluttered. Comment down below and let me know what you're keeping, what you're not keeping, what you don't even like anymore. The next thing, I don't even know where I got this from, is DLS eyeshadow crayon. I obviously never ever used it, so for that we're gonna just get rid of it. I have this mascara from L'Oreal. This is the Voluminous Miss Mana Rock. I don't know. I can tell you I didn't like it. I just stopped reaching for it. I don't think, you know, it did anything special. There are other ones out there that are much better. So for that, I'm gonna get rid of it. Also have this Lock It concealer from Kat Von D, and this is in the shade Deep 34. I say it all the time. I love Kat Von D. I like a lot of her products. For me, one, this was too dark, and her concealer, this one, even though it was dark and I tried to really make it work, I really did. I really tried to make it work. I mixed it with some light ones. I mean, this was just a little bit too much on the drying side. Like, I felt like it made like lines that I've never even had before. It creased, and it was just, no. So, one, because it is too dark for me, and two, I just didn't care for it. I'm going to declutter it. The next thing I have is from Ulta, and this is just a gel eyeliner. I did use it a few times, but don't really reach for it, so going to get rid of it. I have a couple of these samples that I've never reached for. This is Saint Tropez One Night Only Gloss. No. I have Real Chemistry Luminous 3-minute Peel. This is supposed to be like a tan peeler. I don't know. No. I also have this Tarte Brazilians Plus Self Tanner. What am I self tanning with this sample? So is this supposed to be a sample to see if I like the product, that I'm going to go get it? Because if I can only tan like a small section of my arm or only half my arm with a product, I'm not going to be 100% sold whether I like it or not, because I need to see it all over. So, not going to keep it, not even going to try it. I have another one of those e.l.f. eyeliners, and this is in like a brown shade. It has no name on it, so never reach for it. Gonna say goodbye to it. I have this NYX in the Jumbo Eye Pencil, and this is in Black Bean. This is just like really super old, and I don't find myself reaching for any of the crayons that I have, so this is gonna get rid of it. This is another freaking brow product from BoxyCharm. So I mean, like, the concept of this was cute. It has this little brush here, you know, to put it on. So this is also by Cella, and this is the Tantalizing Taupe Eyebrow. Then you take the bottom off and you dip it down into here. Can you guys see that? You dip it down into there, and that is where your product is. And this did sort of kind of match, but look at how it's going on. It's very chunky. And then I did notice that, like, if you, like, touch your brow would end up, like, up here. So I'm just going to get rid of it. Again, I say I wish that BoxyCharm would really, 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 like, make it to the person that you're sending the eyebrow products for, because it's so wasteful. I could give them away to people that I know, friends and family, but if I try it and I don't like it, I don't like to give people products that I've tried, especially if I'm putting them on my eyes, in my eyes. It's not sanitary. Okay guys, so we're coming down to the end really quick. We're gonna do these last couple quickly because this has been a long, long declutter. So the last few things in here, like I just said, are nail polishes. I just don't find myself reaching for these nail polishes. I either like them, didn't like them, but for the most part, before KL Polish stopped being KL Polish, that's the only brands that I was buying and purchasing. I really hope that Kathleen Lights does come out with another nail polish line somewhere in the future, because it's something I would definitely buy. So because I was constantly reaching for the KL polishes, I kind of like stopped using some of these polishes, and some of these I didn't like. So let's get into the last bit of this declutter. I have these two shades in here from LA Girl, and they're color, they say Color Pop, but they're not like Color Pop, the makeup brand. And these are, I don't even know what shades they are. Oh, this is in Leap and this is in Striking. These I didn't like because you needed to put like 75 coats just to get decent pigmentation on your nails. So I'm not messing with it. I don't have time to be sitting there doing 75 coats to put on my nails. So we're going to get rid of that. The next two things are, and I saw these and I was like, oh my God, that's so cute. I have to try these. These are the Sally Hansen Crayola Insta-Dries, and this one is in the shade Tangerine, and this one is in the shade Sea Green. Like, even the writing is so small that you can't see it. That was my cat jumping up here. Again, one, it says Insta-Dry. They did not Insta-Dry, and they looked very flat, and you needed to put like several coats of it. And it's annoying when you have to put a coat. Sorry, I was having like a major coughing fit. I'd like to thank my husband for that because he's been sick and I think he's getting me sick. So thanks, dear. Anyway, like I was saying, I don't have time to put a coat on, let it dry, put another coat on, let it dry, like several times. And the color just had no vibrancy to it at all. They were just flat, 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 and goodbye. The next four that I have in here are from LA Colors, and this one here is in the shade, it doesn't even have shade names on it. Oh, this is in Gravity, and this one is in Manor. I think it says Manor. The writing is so small. Oh no, Honor. Like, can you guys look? This is what they're wanting you to see what the shade name is. It's like so teeny tiny. And then I also picked up Impression, which is this purple. And then we have Never Ending. So again, these four here fall into the same category of pigmentation was just really flat. They just did not work for me at all. You need a couple of coats. I guess that's the theme with some of these polishes. Couple of coats. If you like the color, you'll have to repurchase the polishes quick because you're going to go through them a lot. if it has no pigmentation when you're putting it on your nails and it dries down and it looks so flat and so horrible, even with a top coat, even with like any kind of top coat you've tried, no, I'm just getting rid of those. And the last three in here, guys, is by LVX, and this is in the shade Serene. This is in Mint, and this one is in Lemon Drop. So these three here, I just don't find myself reaching for. I could probably shake it up and make this better, but you can see it's already starting to separate and they're just not good. I don't even know where I got these from. Could have came in a subscription. I have no idea. Okay, guys, so that is the end of this declutter. I hope you liked this video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. If you made it to the end of this video, thank you so much. And if you are not yet subscribed, please click that subscribe button down below. Most of all, give me your thoughts on how you guys declutter and why you declutter something, or, you know, are you doing spring makeup cleaning? Comment down below and let me know. But until next time, bye guys.